When I do small companies for small vendors, I just do NIST 800-53 low moderate, which is less checks. Then you can go moderate, then you can go high. So that's how I do it. But like Larry said, I would just pick one and master it. And then two is once you get to a certain level of 53, the rest of that stuff is just little nuances. Like I said, CMC, they have a few more checks. 171, they got less checks, but they all sit on top of NIST 853. And like you said, they all have policies and procedures. They all have findings. They all have poems. So once the nuances of IRS Pub 1075, CMC 53, and two is once you do it, as long as both of us, it's just language after that. We got a poem, we got a finding, we got a compensating control, we got a this, we got a that, we got a scan, we got some rapid sevens. Here's our findings. They categorize them for you, right? And that categorization tells you how much risk your company has. If you got a bunch of Cat 1s, you got a bunch of risk, right? So that's how you flow it up. The other thing real quick is when you go up to management, they don't really care about technology. They want to say this business function has a risk. So that business function of collecting state taxes, the Oracle database underneath has findings, but the risk is we can't collect tax money, right? And the higher I go up, the less technical I talk. What's your thoughts on that? I start talking business function, profit, and what's the risk of this business function that relates to this technology. So
Yeah, it's spot on. So as you get deeper into these frameworks, what you'll find, and I think I just got lucky. Like I started bouncing around. I just got bored and I started doing different things. I started going to other industries and got introduced to other industries. And what I found was if you NIST 800, then pretty much all of them fall into that. And pretty much all of them are doing best security practices. And that's all. The name of the game is best security practices. And like MFA, multi-factor authentication, is something all organizations do. It's not going to be, only PCI DSS does multi-factor authentication. No, there's a whole bunch of things that all these guys do. And there's a core function. Now, some of them might focus more on, I don't know, network segmentation or something like PCI DSS or something. Or they might focus more on encryption of data for patients or something. That'd be hit trust or whatever. Once you learn one, just like John said, just focus on the one in your industry, and then you'll start to get all the nuances down, and those will map to other things. And then Larry says, so you're trying to level up when the opportunity is in the different organizations that use a different framework. How do you best navigate that? I would say just focus on where you're at. Like focus on where, don't worry about, I know we will throw PCI or whatever other things in there or IRS or whatever. Like focus on whatever industry you happen to be in. Whatever industry that is, focus on that. And slowly these other things will come in and you'll be introduced to those other things. But right now, if you're in the government, just focus on NIST 800. That's it. Focus on NIST 800 risk management framework, like NIST 837, NIST 853. And then you might get introduced to a NIST CSF. And then you'll be like, what's that? And then you'll start to see, okay, they have functions, huh? They don't call them controls. They call them subcategories. Oh, here's how it maps to this. So just focus on where you're at for now.
Yeah, and the other thing too, that one reason I like NIST is NIST does that mapping for you. If you look at NIST 866, it'll do the mapping for HIPAA for you. If you look in there, there's a document. I think it maps to the PCI even. So if you're doing this, it does the mapping for you. So if you needed to get in the org, but once again, like you said, you need to become the SME in the area. Like I said, I picked 53. I was just lucky 53 so big, it maps to all the other ones. So there's very few things I do on 53 that doesn't cross over. And a lot of times I think 53 is so much better. I'm a big and I think, we need to do 53, man. Let's don't play around with the little stuff, man. I do big systems and big things, so I make big pay. So I won't do 53, but no. So that's what I would say, like, especially if you're doing NIST, and that's why I like the special publications. If you look at the NIST special publication, I think they got like 150. I try to go over one once a month, and they get everything: the PIV card, cloud, web servers. They go through everything. Secure coding, I think was 207. I think 207 might have been Zero Trust, but they're special publications. So that's how NIST 53, then you do special publications to drill down. and that's gotta help you pivot. So that's why I stayed in this family, and that's probably why
Yes.
I got all of those NIST videos, because there's just so much out there. So I sorted all the special publications. So I'm trying to go on the newest special publication that I think are relevant.